Hello and welcome to my feedback against my own monologue that I did in an American accent. Yeah, it was actually really cool to watch it back, and I have to say that I am quite pleased with how it turned out. Regarding accent, that actually worked quite well, and definitely I find for me personally a very big improvement over previous attempts of it. Just it was a lot more grounded. Normally when I attempted an American accent, it often would be very exaggerated and nearly over the top, so I feel I'm more and more starting to understand the ins and outs of like the nuances, that it's things like instead of record, it's record, or you devoice, the voicing, I guess, is in it. So I was quite happy with that. Very pausey at times. I joked to the group when we watched our monologues back. I said, "Oh, Pawsey McPause is in town," so that definitely would be one point where pauses are obviously not a bad thing if they are filled with, in a dialogue and actually something going on. Whilst it wasn't terrible, I do feel it needed a bit more pace, and it needed a bit more drive in certain points of the monologue. And I think that's for me as well, where as much as you shouldn't plan to be, now I'm going to speak quicker and things like that, you do kind of like have to find a flow of it where it's all not just one note. So I believe that definitely is room for improvement, and I feel that actually worked better than the second time round when I did the second round of the monologue, when I did it standing. And I had a bit more energy in it, and also different levels, also with the with the anger coming through, and whereas the first time it was quite introverted and more sad, and like we discussed as well, the guilt had come through, like it felt guilty. So it was really great. I mean, it's like on set as well, being able to then do another take and trying something different, I thought was really great, and it was nice to see that there was like a bit of a contrast. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. And one thing I did notice though, when I did do it again in standing, I do say in one line, I say, look, I'm just a stranger sitting in a bar. Well, technically, I should have been so in tune with my character and the lines that I should have realized that I'm actually not sitting, and I should have been able to say, look man, I'm just a stranger standing in a bar. So that's the point I have to get to, and I will. Where, like you said, it doesn't matter whether you're have 10 different things thrown at you. You, as a character, then adapt to the actual situation. So, still a bit to go, but I feel a big improvement to previous work that I've done. So, I obviously know it's definitely still a long way to go, but I'm quite happy with where I've finished for this class and where I've ended on the monologue, because those two things, like having created an original work that I was able to connect to, and then also trump the challenge of the American accent. Continue to work on it, obviously, but to take that on, I'm quite happy. And I guess again for me, it was my typical go-to, the smile mask, that dropped away in the monologue, so that was also a very good experience. pretty much would be it from me, and yeah, let's see where it takes us. And I'd love to also hear any feedback, if there's any additional one now, seeing it, the video version of it as well. But yes, it's been a very delightful and great class, and I feel I've actually grown more and learned more than in previous classes. And it really is true. You've got to do the work. You can't just learn lines. Like, there's just so much more to it, and so much more to discover, which is what makes it then so much fun when you're actually there on set doing it. So yeah, always a reminder of like why we're doing it and how much we love that game. That's why we're here.